Hi, so today I'm going to share with you a look at my little planners and notebooks and stuff for 2024. So when I'm creating or planning or whatever I'm doing, these are my three go-to and grab planners and notebooks. I do have other ones that I utilize here and there, but these are kind of like my main guys. So I'm going to give you a little look inside and kind of share with you. And let's get started. I'm Tammy Inman of A Peach Life. Okay, so right out the gate, in one of my prior videos, you guys may have remembered that I said I was not going to get the cover because it was a little too dark with the dark background, but I couldn't resist. And with them being not sure if they were going to bring them out again at that time, I went ahead and I splurged and paid like a little bit of a crazy price for the cover, but I'm super glad I got it. It's just so cute. And I have a video of my other Hobonichi covers and why I kind of pick and utilize them in a past video. So if you want to take a look at that, but let's get started. I keep in here right now my special little Dutch Kaweco fountain pen. It was made for the Dutch pen show, this like beautiful like tulip yellow, and it came with a little black clip to match the little end here and the nib, but I like the little gold on there, so I switched mine out. So that's like my little go-to. I'll tell you, I also love this color because pretty much any of my little fountain pens, Kaweco fountain pens, it just matches so cute. And so I feel like I'm going to be more apt to switch them out like monthly or things like that. Okay, let's get started and I'll show you inside. This is also right now my little go-to carry with me zip pouch. It's by Pig and All. It's one of their of a kinds, which is, so it's not just one of, but a few of, and it's a little vintage fabric, and I'll show you in there. So in my Hobonichi Techo, which is A6 size, it's used for my planning and also a little creating and enjoying in here. So I can show you, this is my little cover I decorated, and this cover doesn't fit it. So if you're thinking, where did I get that cover that fits it? It doesn't. It is trimmed off so that it fits inside, and then it works. And it is the Midori A6 cover. And it fits the Midori A6 notebooks. And even though this is A6, it's a little thicker, so it doesn't quite fit. But the main thing is that it keeps it covered throughout the year. And there's times when I have a smaller little purse or bag that everything doesn't fit in, like the cover and stuff, but I want to still be able to take my planner with me and drop it into like a little back pocket or something. I can do that, and it's a little more spacious. Okay, so inside, the other day, if you're in my A Peach Life group, I shared, and I think on my Instagram as well, a picture of the little inside that I decorated. And this little piece here is just from a little sticker pack, but it was so cute. I kept it. I also kept another one, and I keep my little stamps and stuff in there. So whenever something's cute, I really like to keep and enjoy that. Okay, and then in the beginning part here, I've shared this in the past before, but each month I like to use it to write down my online purchases. And that works out really well for me. And if I can keep limiting spending to a limited amount, I have room to put the shop and basically what it was that I purchased and kind of check that off. If you shop a little too much online, at least you could put down the shop and the date or something if you want, or the amount you spent. You could track it in many different ways. But I like that. And then if somebody asks me about like an item where I got that or when I got that, I can reference back here and take a look at that. And then in my monthly, it's just really limited to main appointments, so I don't have too much clutter. Same thing here. And then because I had been so sick at the beginning of the year, I didn't really have any planning to do in my notebook. And let me come down a little there. And so it was more just my focus and a little sketching. Again, a little more sketching of colors, some things that I'm using, a verse, a reminder to ship a Macari item, and to set up my new paints. I ordered some tubes of Van Gogh paints, and so that's just in here. A little swatch of a piece of washi tape from my little Happy Mail pen pal friend who is in the group, and my Peach Life group. Hi, Amy. Okay, so, and then over here is, again, it's just a verse, but this could also have all my plans for the day and what I need to do, or I can enjoy like creative time in here. So a little sketching, some cute little paper I got. I love all these little packs of paper by this particular little company, and they're just so cute. So I wanted to include a little piece in here, although I'm going to try not to add too much stationery so that I don't have crazy bulk. I know some people really love theirs quite chunky. And then again, some little lunch date that had to be rescheduled because I'm still getting over sick, a verse, a little sketching, and so on. This is some little Van Gogh stickers and stuff I had. And so it doesn't have to be like a lot or super elaborate, but a little something just to enjoy. And I didn't use Hobonichi last year, and I used it, I think, 4 or 5 years prior, or the last 4 years before that. And I went back to it because I like that it is every day, and it keeps me consistent to write something down or to take that little moment of just a little pinch of something creative. So here it was testing out my Stampin' Up colors, marking them. I really love those Stampin' Up pins because it has a brush and a fine tip instead of that hard edge, that squared off edge and a fine tip. So I really enjoy the brush and the fine tip. And then just a little info about some Happy Mail orders and stuff, and some little information. Here's a little bit of planning and a movie I had watched. And I share this with you to share, like, you will see some people's who's really packed full of information and work schedule, and that's wonderful. But I also want to share with you guys that it really is whatever you want it to be. It could be one way at one time, and it can adapt to another. And that's sort of the beauty of the Hobonichi is every day you can start different. And maybe later mine might be more serious notes depending on what's going on and planning and such. And since my schedule, I can kind of keep it loose for the most part, which I try to at all times. I'm really like a wing it, sort of go with my own flow kind of person. I'm not really great with schedules. And that's why in my appointments, if it's very important, it goes in there. And if it is not, it does not. Those are like, I must be at this particular time. Because I am not a really regimented person. And thankfully, my schedule for what I do doesn't need to be. Okay, moving on. So again, a little tiny bit of decoration. If you got one of the little yearly calendars, and I always say like the little name wrong, but here it is. And it's a little pill off for each day. I've I've utilized cutting like a few of those out and adding them here. And again, here's a little bit of my list, and these are things that I really wanted to accomplish that day. And over here, which is today, you could tell I wrote that ahead of time. That was real important to me, the Southern Charm reunion. So if you guys watch Southern Charm, which I find like hardly nobody I know does. I don't know how that's possible because its ratings are crazy big on Bravo, but I've watched it since the beginning. And if you watch Southern Charm, like tell me in the comments. Oh my goodness. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, but I've watched it from the beginning when I lived in California, and I used to say like, oh, that's so cute. I want to live in the South, some cute little like Martha Stewart, wonderful goodness. And at that time, I would have never thought I would have lived in the South. Although I now am in Georgia, in Peachtree City, Georgia. And I just absolutely love it. Although it's not this little Martha Stewart life that I think of, it's still my like little cute life. And we live in a golf cart community. And if you guys haven't followed me for very long or know of this, everyone, not everyone, but most people have a golf cart, and you can drive them through the Starbucks drive-through, and there's special parking into the market and doctor's appointments and so on. And so it is my little version of this cute little, which would seem like an imaginary life, but it's not. It is like so luckily blessed that it's my everyday life, and it's so cute, and it makes chores and grocery shopping and everything so much more wonderful. Okay, so next is my Hobonichi Weeks, and this is going to be for my YouTube. So it doesn't have a lot in here now, but I'm hoping utilizing this will get me on track, keep me on track for the year, write down some of the things that I do or I'm creating or organizing and such to be able to share those with you guys. Also, I mentioned again in my Peach Life group that my cousin and I are thinking of possibly starting like a YouTube or podcast that's like true crimes or special interesting things to us to share and talk about. We talk every week for hours and hours anyways about these things, so it might be something really great for us. Again, it's something we're just praying about and seeing where that kind of leads and takes us. So if so, that would be nice too, to be able to have a designated spot for YouTube. Okay, so then next is my Travelers Company standard size notebook. And this one is I use for a lot of note taking when I watch my master class. My husband had gifted me that last year, and then he renewed my membership, which was like really sweet and thoughtful, just all on his own, I guess, knowing how much I enjoyed it this last year. So this is great for my art journaling, for my note taking, any sort of little information or little like funsy time. And I switched out my notebook because I had ended my other one, so I'll do a little flip through in the future for you guys at my other notebook. So this is my little new one that I decorated, and let me just come up a little pinch since this notebook's larger. Some little items that I have in here, and this is the little Travelers Company, the little, I can't even think of what it's now, the little hard plastic divider so that you can put it on your pages, so the little impression of your pen doesn't go through so much shadowing. And then in here, I just have some little sticker sheets and things that I can utilize. In other videos, I've talked about how on the back of this Travelers Company little clear pocket is a drop of Gorilla Glue in each corner, and I've stuck it in there. If you ever don't want it in there, you can pop it off and either sand it a little or nail file and get some of that glue off. And And then inside my new little notebook, and this is just a cute little mailing label that I had received, and some quotes. This is Henry Thoreau, and I love to learn about him, and I love a lot of his quotes, and I find it very interesting. It just goes in here, some more little stuff. So this particular notebook is my Hobonichi A5, which is the large one, trimmed down. And I've shared in the past that trimmer I have. It just trims in one nice slice to give a really nice edge there. And it was just one that I had stopped using, so I had removed the extra pages, but I certainly didn't want it to go to waste. So I made it into a standard size insert, and I only needed to trim off the side to do that. And then just like a little bookmark and things. And this is my one I'll really grab for when I'm creating the most, or making little lists of information, or paints, or traveling, or shops and things like that. When I do flip through of my last little insert, you'll get a better idea of how I utilize mine, and hopefully that will give you some ideas on how you some new things to use in yours, or spark some ideas. And then lastly, my little zip pouch that I kind of toss in my tote bag, keep open at my desk. It's got a little of everything in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump that out and show you. Okay. And I'm going to go up a tiny pinch on that. And my glue that I love. A little tape runner. Not a tape runner, I'm sorry. Like a little whiteout runner. And then, okay, make sure my video. This is a little tape runner. This is a cream whiteout roller. A little eraser. I love this particular little brand. I kind of have these in all my things, and my little watercolor kits and so on. These Copic multi-liner. They're really great. I got these at a cute little shop down in Savannah. This is one of my favorite Sarasa of the vintage colors. And then a little cutter. Heidi, one of the girls that's in my Peach Life group and went to a bunch of the planner stuffs with us, had one of these and showed it, and she was forever cutting her little washi and different things, and it was so handy. So I found this cute little cloud shape one. Thanks for that cute little idea if you're watching. And then travel scissors, a ruler, and this is a little Kaweco fountain or pen cover. And this is my Kaweco brass, which has been like my go-to, along with the yellow one that I got from the Dutch Pen Show. They have just been so special. This is a metal one, and then this one's a metal one also. They're just like quite lovely. I think I have the same blue-gray ink color in them both. Okay, and a claw clip. Okay, so that is in my little everyday carry zip pouch. I'm sure it changes like a tiny bit with a pin or two from time to time, but that's basically the gist of it. And I can carry my little items with me. It's quite lovely. I'd shared in a past video how to utilize your Hobonichi Weeks inside your Travelers Company notebook. So I'll just show you real quick a glimpse of that since I have it here with me. But you know this other elastic here, the smaller elastic that doesn't get utilized? I will utilize it to put my Hobonichi Weeks in there. And it's like a perfect little fit if I want to take that with me. It's wonderful. It's not too thick. It's quite lovely and nice. You could also use it and slide it in the middle of your Hobonichi, depending where you, I took out a little sticky pin side thing that I put in there. You could put it in the middle. I just don't like any bulk in my middle. But that's another little way to utilize your Hobonichi weeks in a cover if you're like most of us who so love and enjoy having a traveler's standard size notebook with us. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoyed, please like my video. And if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and join me. And thank you guys so much. And again, if you guys comment on anything, I always answer everything in the comments. So I enjoy and appreciate having you guys. Thank you.